You're listening to a bonus episode on the Media Man Dan podcast.
I'm going to share my Spotify. You can see it, right?
Yep.
Coolio. Did I listen to Dream already?
I don't know. I'm not in your head, so I don't know if you
I'm
did
like,
or not.
Was that released before our interview?
After.
After. Okay, cool. In that case, it's on the EP, so I don't have to listen to the single. Unless you tell me right now that there's some incredible production that I'm totally missing from the single to the EP.
No, I was gonna say it's kind of. I would say it's all fluent. It all makes sense. It's all uppity because basically, Loverboy is the continuation from Lost Heart, which Lost Heart was kind of like sad and then kind of had a good ending.
Yeah.
So Loverboy is continuing that trend of like good shit, like higher vibes and stuff like that. Except for this, I would say the intro. The intro is kind of like where it's like, okay, yeah, like, you know, went through some bad shit, but, you know, now we're a lover boy now, so we're going to be more positive with it and whatnot.
Love it.
But yeah.
It's evolution
Sure.
of healing.
Yeah, and I've done a lot of it. I've done a lot of it even from the last time that we talked in the last interview.
Yeah.
Because I know we talked about where it was basically like, yeah, you know, getting out of a relationship and stuff like that. And like, you know, now I'm back in a relationship and whatnot.
Yeah, how's that been?
Fantastic. Dream is actually about her. So
that's so sweet.
And then yeah, I would say ever since then, basically, and I think I made Loverboy because basically my ex's one friend too. One of the biggest things that she'd always say, where, you know, when my ex would always break my heart and shit like that, she'd be like, "Oh, it's okay, you know, you're a lover boy. That's just who you are," and stuff like that. So I feel like I really embraced that. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I am, bro. Like I am. Like, and that's why she don't deserve me. So then it was like, you know, that's who I am, and I'm not gonna change that. So then I continued on with that, and then yeah, and then basically, you know, kind of healing from that, and then also getting into the new relationship and having, you know, new perspectives and basically just being in a happier mindset. That's when I just, you know, started making the EP, and yeah, and so it was basically everything that was on my mind, and basically, you know, just the healing process and whatnot.
Awesome. Oh my God, this is gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. Also, let's look at those freaking numbers, bro. 10,000 plays on Dream.
Yes,
dude. What is that? The most popular song now? Has that dethroned all the others? Let me see.
I will.
Oh, 13 for Digital Love. Great song.
Yeah, Wonder is still top. But as you can see, as you can see, Crazy is not in the top 5 anymore.
Dude, Crazy that's sad to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, Crazy has become one of my favorites ever since you said that that was like one of your favorite songs and that it just goes hard with the lyrical stuff. So wait, Crazy got dethroned at 50K? It still got dethroned?
So Crazy. So Crazy is still the most streamed, but it's not the most listened to.
Oh. Well, there we go.
I will say this, all right? Now it's for the Patreon, it's for you. It only makes sense, right? You know, it's only going to be for the, you know, the sneak peek type of people. I would say if you like more songs like Crazy, like Red Alert and stuff like that, I think my next album, R for L, and my next single, Rebel, will definitely be something to look forward to, for sure.
Woo! Well, that makes me very happy. I am sad that I should have tissues by me. I think the weather's changing again because I feel like I'm getting the sniffles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, me where I live in Pennsylvania, the weather is bipolar, so it's back and forth.
So, very true. You guys get insane amounts of snow, just like Minnesota.
Yep. Yeah, it was 50 degrees. Well, it snowed the 1 week, And then it started going up to 50 degrees, and we're like, oh, cool, it's getting nicer out. And then drop to 20, it starts snowing again. It's like, what the fuck?
Bro, it's gonna be insane. So Saturday, I woke up. Friday, it was like a nice normal day. Like I'd say like 30s, 40s. I was like not normal for February, but very nice and comfortable. Go to
Mhm.
bed, wake up. I look at the feels like thing. I don't know who puts the feels like temperature up on Google, but it says 22. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's not bad. Feels like 0. I was like, oh my God. Oh, that's horrible. Go through the middle of the day, start going out to get some dinner for people. And I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
well, no problem. Let me just, get in the car. It's like 30 something degrees. I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. This isn't bad.
Yeah.
Next day, completely normal weather, like
Yep.
beautiful 40 something degrees. Today, freezing cold temperatures in the morning, had to scrape my car off, almost 50 in the afternoon. Tomorrow, we're looking at 56 degrees.
Yeah. Like
And I'm like,
it,
0 to 56, if your body can handle that type of change, like without having the sniffles, you are a
mhm.
superhero.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like honestly, yeah, they are built different. That is the definition. Because I'm definitely someone that has where I like, grass, pollen, all that kind of stuff
Oh,
really messes with me. And then weather changes as well really just mess with my body. And
yeah.
there will be some people where they're just like, yeah, yeah, it's just the weather, bro. Or like, pollen's really bad. It's like if I go into work, pollen could be all across the floor. And the rest of us are like, blowing our nose, whatever. And then there's that one guy's like, oh yeah, it's wonderful outside. And we're like, yo, you're crazy, dude. Like, why?
Yeah, man. There's some people that have just the genetics and just the best antibodies to take care of their body. Like they
Yeah.
don't have to worry about germs entering into their atmosphere. There was one guy in high school I remember he was like, actually none of my family gets sick. And he's like in bad shape too. I'm like talking like overweight, not decently, I wouldn't say the appearance is too great, but knowing the
Mhm.
genetics, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah. I was
probably
gonna
one of
say,
those people that didn't have to do anything during the pandemic, never caught COVID or anything because, it's just in the genes. But
I know some people that like well, I was somebody that definitely got hit hard with it. And
mhm.
then there were people that were like, oh yeah, I never got it. And I'm like, bro, how? Like, I feel like there were so many people like did get hit by it, but then there's like those one people that are just like, yeah, nah. And it's like, I'm sorry, bro. If you never got COVID, then it's like you need to be studied then, because it's like I don't know anybody that didn't.
Yeah, test them. Make sure that they're human. They weren't planted in a lab one day.
Yeah,
Hold on one second. Let me just get some tissues and then we'll get the album started. And yeah,
I'll
this is
roll them
going
here.
so well right now. Yes, sir. You said you will admit.
Huh?
Did you say you will admit something?
Oh no, no, no. I said I was like, yeah, let's get it rolling.
Oh, there we go. See, my hearing is going bad, dude. It's the pollen.
First it's the nose, then it's the ears.
I'm just gonna be deaf when I wake up in the morning in one ear. I'm like, fuck.
Like
Happens
I
all
missed
the
my
time.
alarm.
Exactly, yeah. Alarm blazing through the house. Everyone hears it, and you're just like, "Ah."
And then they hit it for you. It's like, do you not hear that? It's like, hear
Oh,
what?
dude, I hate anyone that touches my things. Cause like I can preset a plan, and I'll be like, all right, Dan, this is your this is your job. You're the man. Take responsibility. Set your alarm so that you can wake up on time or early for work tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. And then my dad will be like, oh, I turned off your alarm because it was just it was a little loud and you look like you were sound asleep. So boop, just turn that off. I was like, oh, damn it.
Like, what the fuck, man? I had a plan.
I'm the man. I can do it myself. No, I get it. That's why I have like 3 alarms on me at all times. I have one on my iPod, one on my phone for when my iPod randomly ends up underneath me. You ever have that where you're like holding your device and you don't realize it, but you're falling asleep? You fall asleep, you wake up, the shit is underneath your butt, and you're like,
Hey, how the
huh.
fuck did it get there?
It's like,
Yeah, no,
man, I moved it.
I have a bad tendency to fall asleep with earbuds in, and yeah,
Oh,
it's like a mystery game, like a mystery hunt, trying to find that every time I wake up,
it
because
is, bro. Oh my God. Thank God for the Find My Device thing for Apple stuff.
oh yeah,
Dude, that has been a lifesaver for me, except for when it's like, I'm sorry, your device is off. I'm like, how could it be off? It was fully charged.
oh yeah. Now if they're dead, then you're like, well, shit, I'm never finding this thing.
If you like put on the black light, there's got to be something that comes up in white. Clean reference. All right. Anyway, let me get my tissues, and then we're gonna get right into Loverboy. I'm gonna be crying. That's why I'm getting the tissues. For all you
But
non-patrons, we're just so sad. It's just so hard. It's just so hard, and you
it's
don't know
free,
why
man.
because you aren't patrons to listen to our conversations. Anyway, I got this Coke machine.
Let me
Pretty
see.
cool, right?
Oh shit. Oh yo, that's not. I want to get. They have a Xbox one, and then
Oh
they have
hell
a
yeah!
Creeper from Minecraft. I want to get one of either one of them.
For the cooler.
Yeah, I want a mini fridge.
Yeah, the Xbox one. Wasn't it like an Xbox Series X or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's like those people that are like replay your favorite games, and it's like you plug in and play, but it's not your actual favorite games.
Yeah.
It's like here's a mini system. It comes with all these games. None of them play like the old one. We
They
don't
will
have a
not feel
memory
the
card for that.
same.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let me go back. Enjoy the background backdrop.
Okay. Yeah, we're taking a break. It's funny. This whole time I'm over here like thinking you're listening, and then I forgot. I was like, oh wait, you have headphones on. Because I was like, yeah, me and my girlfriend, and because we're now listening to the album now, or the EP now, and he's like, oh, did I listen to Dream before? And then I was like, yeah, I was like, this is basically like an extension to Lost Heart, like on a more positive side. I was like, and I made Dream about my girlfriend and stuff like that.
Ugh,
Welcome back.
I saw that happening. My cup literally was like on the edge of glory behind me. And I was like, I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna sit down and the fucking thing's gonna fall to the ground. All
I
right.
hate that. I hate when like I'll be like across the room and I see something about to fall. I will dolphin dive. I don't care if I break my neck. I will try and save that shit from falling.
If you're on the ground floor, that's perfectly fine. But if you're on the top floor of whatever house you're in and you dive onto the ground, someone in the house will be like, "Are you all right?"
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I'm on the second floor, and anytime something drops or anytime I like fall or make a loud noise, I always get a text or a call or a yell, and they're just like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
You just like drop dead at that point.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like I'm hurting, but yeah, I'm fine.
We're all able to prevail through that. Yes. Okay, let's go right into Loverboy. I am so excited to hear this with you here with me, man, because I'm gonna have so many things to say, no doubt. Also, I
Mhm.
love that you and Edison are just like masters of making songs super insanely short, so it's so easy to just binge through.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
I would say like
nothing longer
I
than
think
3 minutes.
yeah, the longest song I made because I was kind of like thinking about that recently, where I was like, like everyone has like their longest song. My longest one is Alive,
Mhm.
and I felt like it needed to be longer because it was like just like a real sensitive topic or like a real topic that I had, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense to make it longer. But I don't know. I feel like if you can get right to the point and it's catchy and it's fun and stuff like that. Like, yeah, most songs don't need to be, you know, 4, 5, 6 minutes long, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree. All right, let's jump right in. This is Loverboy. I almost said Lost Boy. This is Loverboy by the one and only Crimson Red. Dude, I love that you put RE with caps and then you have a small d. I always found
Yeah.
that was interesting. Because like there's ways that you could have done it, or it could have been like all caps, but
Mhm.
then you were like small d.
Yeah, no, someone when I first started YouTube,
Yeah.
I was watching a video and they said the reason they added like a 0 to their name and then like the rest was like normal letters and they added a 0. They're like, do something to your name that makes you stand out. And I was like, well, and then I watched like another video and how the D sits in lowercase, it makes it look like it's looking this way. And the
Okay.
C is facing this way. So it kind of like keeps it all together. And then at that time, I was like, well, if I do a lowercase d, it's different. And then, so then, like, ever since then, I just kept it. Like, there's not too much thought into it, but I was just like, yeah, so, you know, it looks like both letters are looking at each other, and then it's somewhat different. And ever
Yeah.
since then, I just kept it.
What YouTuber were you watching? Moist Critical? Penguin Zero?
Drifter. Have you ever heard of Drifter?
I have not.
He was a really well-known Call of Duty YouTuber back in the day, but it was like Drifter and then the T0R instead of
And
TOR.
let's say back in the day, what Call of Duty game was back in the day? I own all of them, so I'm gonna feel really old here.
Well, shit. I mean, I was playing Black Ops 2 in its prime, so
Okay,
that
so
was around the time.
okay, that's actually that's perfect. Black Ops 2 is like my shit, dude. I loved that
Oh
game.
my god, yeah.
Black Ops, when that first came out, I got my Xbox. Black Ops 2, when that came out, I was bringing my Xbox to people's houses.
Most people have like hours on like games and stuff like that. Like this will show how much of a gamer and how much of a nerd I am, and like how heavy I used to do YouTube gaming. Is I have 72 days of playtime on Black Ops 2.
Yeah, that was my fiance's bro. He's got like 100 and something days
Yep.
on Destiny 2 or Destiny. It's like, whoa.
When you love a game, you love a game. That's what I'm saying.
For real, for real. All right. Speaking of love, let's get right into this album. Once again, Loverboy by Crimson Red. We are jumping right into the first track called We Change. Let's go. I clicked the button. What happened? Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh. Bro, the sub is so good on this.
Would it be enough if I would change for you? Playing in this game that was made for two. Leaving all behind what I thought was true. We changed. And the path that I chose was the one that you didn't want to stay. And it's goodbye, good riddance for all of the things that we made. Would it be enough if I would change for you? Playing in this game that was made for two. Leaving all behind what I thought was true. We changed. And the path that I chose was the one that you didn't want to stay. And it's goodbye, good riddance for all of the things that we made. Goodbye, good riddance, no take back. Said you never loved me back then, why'd you say that? Love was a drug and I knew I had to relapse. Stab me in the back, I can show you where the wound at. I can never smile, always putting on this damn mask. Girl, you got me heated, how the hell I'm supposed to relax? Cheating on me, really gonna leave an impact. Now that I left you, girl, I gotta get my life back. You're a real bitch, there's no change for that. I will drive around the world, what's the range for that? And I always loved you, no change in that. With the void in your eyes, all I see is black. Tossing and turning, just for a future that wasn't so worth it. How was I blinded that you weren't perfect? All of this heartbreak, no, I don't deserve it. Would it be enough if I would change for you? Playing in this game that was made for two. Leaving all behind what I thought was true. We changed. And the path that I chose was the one that you didn't want to stay.
Dude, your soft vocals are like
And
poppy.
it's goodbye, good
Yeah.
riddance for all of the things that we made.
It's got that like Justin Bieber, Timberlake
Would it
kind of
be
flow,
enough if I
and
would
it just
change for
works
you?
so well.
Playing in this game that was made for two. Leaving all behind what I thought was true. We changed.
Man, I love the beat of
And
this
the
too.
path that I
Yeah.
chose was the one that you didn't want to stay. And it's goodbye, good riddance for all of the things that we made.
Hell yeah.
So a couple of fun facts about the song.
Yeah.
One, thank you for the compliment, because when I was growing up, like 12, 13, 14, I've always wanted to sing and stuff like that. And I even did like choir and stuff like that when I was in school. And yeah, like on like a real thing, it's like, yeah, I can sing and stuff like that. As time has gone on, I really need to get like my voice back to it, which is like why I was able to do it on here. But yeah, I really enjoy singing, and my girlfriend actually picked out that beat.
Really?
Yeah, and we actually, if you go into the credits or like the or whatever it is on Spotify for that song, the where it says Ruby Love, I actually credited her on it because not only did she pick out the beat, she was actually the one that formed it. So the intro and the outro was a little shifted around and stuff like that. And then she also sat down and we basically just made the song together because me and her both actually got out of like very toxic relationships. So some of the lyrics or some of the words in there and stuff like that, like the bars, she actually like wrote too, or like helped me out, or was like, oh, well, what if you say this and stuff like that. So that was like actually my first like co-written song and stuff like that. And it was just like, I would say like out of anything, that was probably like the most like, it was probably the most fun that I had making a song, because it was something that we got to bond over.
Yeah.
And then we made the song.
That's so special too, because like,
Yeah.
not only like everyone that's in a relationship, the most important thing is that both parties are giving in their full effort. That means that the guy is going to be as honest as he can, as well as the girl. And the fact that she knows the subject matter is about your ex, and the way that she said, instead of like, fuck that bitch, she like writes it with you and says, this is like a vibe. I get where you're coming from. Like, that is so empathetic and it's so perfect. And I'm so happy that she picked this beat, because not only is this just a fantastic sub bass kind of sound that I would love to hear, but it's the first track and it's the thing that needs to hook you instantly. And this song immediately gets in my head because obviously the hook is catchy, but also it has the vibe that you want to have for a first track. This is not a middle of the album kind of song. This is really, really solid. So let's jump into the next one. Yeah.
It was funny because I was making, when I was making Loverboy, that was actually the last song. So it's funny, it's the first song on the EP, but the last song that was made, because I was like, damn, like how am I gonna start this? And I was actually having troubles like making songs, and she's like, well, let me find the beat. So she was scrolling. She's like, I really like this one. And then I was like, I don't know, we'll see it and stuff like that. And she's like, come on, like I know you can sing, just give it a shot. And then we just kind of, we did it together and basically went through it. And it's funny too, because after I made the song, I kid you not, my mind went back to when you listened to Lost Heart, and you really liked the woman that sang on it. And I was like, I wonder if he's really gonna like this intro song, because you were like, I wanted to hook it in, and the beat and the vocals and stuff like that. I was like, I know he's gonna mess with this song when he hears it. Like, I already knew. I was just like, he's gonna like this song.
Yes, sir. Oh my God. You know me 100%, man. Yeah, I forgot. that specific song did have the female vocal on it.
Mhm.
This is what I usually do before I go into an interview. This is the behind the scenes for all you awesome patrons. I am a extremely tedious listener. Like, you can tell me that you have had a podcast for 5 years. If I plan on interviewing you or anyone involved with the origination of that podcast, like I am doing currently, I am going through the podcast that existed before the podcast. Then I'm listening to all the episodes I can find on the regular podcast. Then I'm subscribing to their Patreon in each tier level so that I can get all the bonus episodes. So that I've literally heard everything before having the conversation. Like, that is how much I put my effort in. And
I was gonna say, yeah, as a good podcaster should, and you're amazing
Yes.
at what you do.
Thank you, man. And yeah, this time I dropped the ball because I did not re-listen to your stuff as I should have today.
It's that, hey, that's why we're listening to it now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh man, I wanted to definitely focus on the EP for this interview, and I just wanted to
Mhm.
focus on what's going to come up next year or this year. I mean, and you said you already have an album planned out, so I'm pumped, man, pumped beyond belief, because I'm telling you, you have something special. Edison has something special. Proof has something special, and the way that you guys are all going to chat with me whenever Edison's album drops, I'm gonna have so much fun just hearing your thought processes and seeing how much you guys reflect on one another, and just the ways that you guys have all had this passion starting from the bottom to the
Yeah.
point where you're at right now, and how you feel your overall evolution as an artist, and just trying to build that hype that I have had from the first time that I've chatted with any of you guys or reacted to any of your stuff. Like, I'm trying to promote that more than anything. So
oh yeah, man, and we appreciate you heavy for it as well.
yeah, and I'm gonna get merch as soon as I see it available. All
Coming
right,
soon as well this year. Let's get it. All right.
let's go.
Anyways.
All good. All right, next track we have Trying, and this is a pretty much wait, why is there no plays on We Change? Why Spotify?
Yeah, no,
Why?
I will say it's funny. Out of, I think what all the songs have, all the songs kind of have like streams and stuff like that. For whatever reason, people really didn't appreciate We Changed like that. And I was like, bro, like,
And then
it's a good
Change
song.
Your Mind. Neither of them.
Yeah.
Anything about
Yeah.
change? What, did Tupac take all of the rights when he made changes? See no changes.
I see no
It's
changes.
spaces.
Hey, now that first line where it's like, I don't see no, we see no changes. Took away all the change, bro. I'm telling you.
Anytime you see a song with changes in it, it's like you have to send your
It's gone.
rights to Tupac's.
Yeah, Tupac has all my streams now.
That would be an honor, though.
Oh hell yeah! No, imagine that type of publicity. It's like, yeah, what happened to all your streams on those songs? Yo, Tupac got him, man. Tupac got him.
Tupac came back from the grave just to take these things away from me.
Take my songs.
All right, bro. Let's go right into the next one. All right, everybody listening, this is called Trying. Let's go. Dude, I'm loving these. I don't even know what to say. They're not techno, but they're just cool samples.
How does this feel? Way too real. Got my mind racing, I don't know how I'm supposed to deal. All of this shock don't come with it all. Even in the end, I'm standing tall. There you go, right out the door. Don't even know if you can no more. 3 in a row, tic-tac-toe. At least know I'm trying. Baby girl, at least I'm trying. Don't you know that I am trying? Oh no. Damn, you really took a piece from me. Just a history, you are not a memory. You won't find your love here, I won't live in my fear. Go ahead and reach there, to the top we be there. Go ahead and stay clear, every time I feel bad. Do you know what it feels like to be alone? Standing in a box that don't feel like home. I keep trying, let it go. I keep trying, let it go. I keep trying, let it go. I keep trying. What you need to do is just let it go. What you need to do It's just let it feel way too real.
Are you doing this
I don't know how I'm supposed to
What do you mean?
on the chorus here? Is
Yeah.
that your voice? That's you, bro.
Even in the end, I'm standing tall.
Tell me, guys, this guy isn't gonna blow up to the top tonight.
At least know I'm trying. Baby girl, at least I'm
Hell of a tenor
trying.
range, dude.
Don't you know that I am
Amazing.
trying?
I was
Nice.
gonna say everything you hear on this album, it's all me.
That's all you. 100%.
Everything. I am somebody that, like, if I have a feature, it's gonna be on there. I actually talked, the main reason that, like, it's funny because we brought this up before, but the main reason that the person wasn't featured on Lost Heart, the intro,
Yeah.
was actually was something for them, because, which makes sense. They were actually, like, you know, they're really popular. It was something that they had like a vocal chop for and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can use it, just don't put me on as like a feature or something like that. And I was like, okay, that's fine, because that would be very like where it's like, oh yeah, I got this high feature and stuff like that. But yeah, anytime that like someone comes onto the work and stuff like that, I always make sure that I let them know that it's like, yeah, this is a feature, this isn't me or anything like that. But
Got it.
Yeah.
Dude, well, you have an amazing voice.
I appreciate that.
Because
I would
The-
say like my younger self would be smiling and like so like giddy with this EP, because like I said, my biggest thing was never always about rapping. It was always about singing and stuff like that. And like being able to finally have the equipment, because like I would say going from Lost Heart to Loverboy, even just for the two songs that you heard so far,
Yeah.
on a production standpoint and like a technology standpoint and stuff like that, the things that I've learned when it comes to mixing and like the sounds and stuff like that, everything sounds so much better, and I'm so happy how it sounded, like how it basically came out and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say the mixing on this. So specifically, my only critique that I have, because I am a critic, is that I can hear the way that either the compression or the decibel level is on versus versus chorus. Chorus is smooth as butter, like so smooth. Absolutely perfect with any pitch correction, anything you did like that. If you used an effect on it, it's sick. Then you go into the verses, and I was like, oh, okay, it's reminding me of like Infinity from Edison, where it's just got that completely different overall sound than what I've already heard from the chorus. And it might just be that it was just turned up a smidge too much, but I did hear a little bit of like a hiss, like a kind of thing, just because it is that extreme treble, and your ears can only take in so much before they go.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad thing whatsoever. I mean, it's literally just your understanding, like you said, your tech is getting better, so you're understanding what you can and can't do with things. And I'm loving this, dude. This is so good so far.
Yeah, one nice thing about like for the future releases for songs and like even the next album and stuff like that, is that's one of the biggest things. So when I got my new microphone, I didn't realize I needed basically like a little preamp box, which kind of helps out with that. And then also basically de-essing like certain background noises and whatnot. And one of the biggest things is like for the newer songs and stuff like that, like everything is leveled, everything sounds like it's cohesive all together. And then two, like how you said with like the hissing and stuff like that, like a lot of that has been just completely gone. And like I think that was like basically the next step to it, is like, okay, how can I make this sound cohesive, and then how can I remove any type of like background noise, hissing, or like and anything like that, which like for us like critics, for us like musicians and stuff like that, we're always going to hear that. Like that's one of the biggest things that we're going to hear. For the average listener, they listen to it in their car, they're playing it, they don't
They're there for the beats.
Yeah, they're there for the beats, and they're there for the hook, where it's like, how does this feel? Yes, like whatever. But as an artist and like as listeners and reviewers and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, like I beat myself up for it all the time, where it's just like, okay, yeah, I can do this better, and I know I can. How am I going to do it? And basically go from there.
Bro, I'm pumped, man. Next song is going to be the most played song on the EP so far, and that is Dream, one of the most recent singles from last year. I've not heard this, which is amazing that I didn't make a reaction to it. I knew that Fear was coming out, and I actually made the reaction to that. I don't know if I told you, I think I told Edison. I plugged in my earbuds, or I think I'm a headset, so basically the headset I'm wearing right now, and it
Yeah.
wasn't plugged in all the way. So I got like the mono version of that song, and your song is
Oh.
already very like whispery, quiet, hissing.
Yeah.
So I was just like, is this mixed correctly? Like the
Yeah,
whole
it's like-
time I'm just asking, I'm like, did you guys have an issue in the studio? Like
Yeah,
what
it's like,
happened?
it's like, did he upload the wrong file? Like,
I was like, are you sure this was the final product you wanted? And then I realized, I was like, oh my God, it's not in all the way.
yeah, and then
And
you push it more, and it's like, there it is.
yeah, and I never do a re-reaction. So I was like, I'll just throw it in. I'll do the Edison full discography extra songs that I missed thing and just throw that in there because I need to hear the actual version.
Yeah.
But dude, it's not a bad thing whatsoever. I'm so excited to listen to Dream. Let's jump right into that right now. Let's go. Oh,
Yeah. This alright. This alright. Now this shit don't feel real when you're next to me. There's a whole nother high, just like ecstasy. Said I never fall in love, but you tested me. You were meant to be here. Now this shit don't feel real when you're next to me. There's a whole nother high, just like ecstasy. Said I never fall in love, but you tested me. You were meant to be here. Yeah. Yeah, calling, stalling. I am all yours. I'm falling. What you mean to me? You're the missing piece. Thought my one and only was a mystery. Baby, keep that energy. I feel like you're into me. Have you been around the world? We could see the 7 seas. Lovers and the enemies. What is it you see in me? Guess we're gonna beat the odds. I'ma change my destiny.
oh, that flow is
And I
fire.
tried to find a one for my life. And I tried, where have you been all my life? Now this shit don't feel real when you're next to me. There's a whole nother high, just like ecstasy. Said I never fall in love, but you tested me. You were meant to be here. Now this shit don't feel real when you're next to me. There's a whole nother high, just like ecstasy. Said I never fall in love, but you tested me. You were meant to be here. Yeah. I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming. This can't be real. This can't be real. If this a dream, I don't wanna wake up.
Yeah. If it's a dream, I don't wanna wake up. Wake up. Whoa.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. All right. That song. I understand why that's the most played at this moment from the newer stuff. Like the hook is so catchy, but
Yeah.
those verses though, woo! That flow, man. On what was it, the second part? No, first part. I was like, just listen to that rhyme scheme. Listen to the way. Like I love that shit, bro. And then oh my God, there's this let me get your lyrics up here. Where is no Spotify, why don't you do
No
the same
lyrics.
thing that I do on my phone? You have whole ha he. There's like a alliteration specific for the
Yeah.
H sound. And I was like, oh, I love my alliteration. I'm loving this song. I'm loving the vibe. I didn't know any of the words anymore, but I can listen to that repeatedly, and that's why, like I said, you know the length of the song is going to be so effective that you can be like, I'll listen to it again. I'll listen to it again. Like that shit's gonna come up on my Spotify DJ, and it's gonna be like, here's a song that you were listening to back in February, and I'll be like, oh, okay, cool, and all of a sudden it'll be you, and I'll be like, oh,
You'll be like, fuck yeah.
I'm in the zone now.
That song, so like I said, that song's about my girl, like my current girlfriend and stuff like that. And literally, we came back into each other's lives the same day that Energy dropped, actually. And I think it was 2 days later afterwards, I felt, and I realized this about myself, whenever I feel when I feel motivated and when something's going on in my life is the best time to get me on the mic. And I found that I had that beat for like so long, and I was just feeling myself. And I think that song took maybe 30 minutes. I was just basically just going, and like everything that I felt in this moment, in that moment, I was just like, yeah, this is how I feel. This is how I'm going. And just like listening back to it and stuff like that, I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, this is a hit, bro. Like I could just hear it.
It is. It's got all the confidence in the world when you're doing the delivery that you have on here too. And I'm guessing the chorus, the hook come first.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
so
because
good.
I was just like, because not to get too much into it, just to keep private life from whatever, but it's like,
yeah, you're good.
We basically didn't see each other for so long, so she kind of came back to my life, and it was kind of just like, it's like, yeah, like this shit don't feel real when you're next to me. And I was just like, yeah, like this feels like a fucking dream. And again, like the concept and like all that kind of stuff, like just as soon as I hopped on the mic, as soon as I heard the beat, I was like, I know, I got this. Like it was just there.
Dude, I love it. Do you got merch coming for this song?
So basically I have merch coming out mainly to promote R for L.
Okay.
But I am gonna have like little merch things for like older songs and past songs and stuff like that. Cause
nice.
I think some stuff, like for example, like the Digital Love at least album cover, I think is really cool and stuff like that. But also, yeah, to show love and appreciation for older stuff, just because I haven't had merch. But yeah, I've basically been gathering all the stuff for basically my whole discography and like for future, and we're basically gonna just like drop it all at once. So then there's a lot of options as well.
Love it. Yeah, I want merch for Dream, and I want merch for Crazy. I want to get anything I possibly can to support you so that we can make sure that you continue to grow, so that you can get more plays. I want you to promote this all over the place, man. And I know you already are, but like just keep hitting up more people because it's so good, dude. I mean, obviously I'm not a huge melodic rap fan. I don't know everything about it, but I'll compare you to the great Juice WRLD. If you have something that not only hits you in that I want to dance to this, I want to bob my head to this, but also I want to listen to the words of this, you got a hook. You got a hit right there. And like you said, you knew it was going to be a hit from the time that you stepped in, and you're like, all right, I'm feeling this. I got this motivation that's pumping me. My veins are filled with this rap. I got to go with this specific song. And just, oh man, I love that you expressed yourself, and specifically for your girl. That is so sweet. I have a song specifically for my girl as well, and I was very proud to make it. It's very basic when it comes to like the structure of the beat and everything like that, but she enjoyed it to the point where she actually handled it. She's not a big rap fan, but yeah, man, it means so much more when you have a specific topic that is personal, as opposed to just like, yo, look at how much money I'm making.
Yeah, and I think that's like really what helped out with so much like musically and stuff like that. Like whenever I get into a rut and stuff like that, I kind of have to think where it's just like, what can I, like, what's going on in my life now and stuff like that. And yeah, like that's usually when I get the most motivated, is with stuff like that. But yeah, like I I'm really proud of that song. I'm really glad like how it turned out. She absolutely loves it and stuff like that. And a lot of people do. Like a lot of people's favorite song is that. Um, Surprisingly, my best friend who is really, really into 90s hip hop and stuff like that, he listened to the whole EP. And out of all the songs, his favorite is Trying, which I wasn't actually expecting. Like I wasn't expecting him to like any songs, but he's like, yeah, Trying is actually really fucking good. Like
Oh yeah.
your singing on there is good and stuff like that. I was like, okay, that's nice to hear from him. Like I
Yeah.
look up to him, so that was really nice.
Well, I can tell you, Dream is already playing in my head right now, even though it's not playing out loud.
It's
It
not
is
playing,
playing in
yeah.
my head. Just the simple and easy melody that is in the chorus is so easy. But I'm gonna agree with your friend. So far, my favorite is definitely Trying as well. Just because I've heard your vocal talents in the past, I know your flows, I know how you can switch it up if you want to go full on melodic or if you want to go full on lyricism and wordplay, and the fact that you're able to have that versatility is going to be so helpful when you come to the top of the food chain and all the other rappers are like, holy shit, where the hell did this guy come from?
Yeah, like
Well,
just a little bit of a humble brag for sure. It's like I think that's what's I think that's what's like really good for me, but also really fun. Like I think I big shout out of course to Edison, but like homie Deadass is the one that basically he'll send me the most like unique beats that I've never worked on before. And it really makes me think, it really challenges me and stuff like that. Like Untouchable, Fear, I would say those also bring out my creative side and stuff like that. And even like the song that I'm on for his album.
yeah,
Um when he sent that to me, I remember just like I was in my car, I had like an hour drive. And for that kind of stuff, especially for features, that kind of like pushes me more to be like, all right, I need to do my best. Because like it's one thing if it's my song, it's like, okay, I know what my standards are, da 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 da. But if it's somebody else's song, it's like, okay, now I gotta meet their standards and I gotta make sure that they made the right choice putting me on their song. And that's my mindset for every feature. It's like, okay, I need to make it worth, that time that I'm on. Like they came to me to deliver, and I want to make sure that I do that. So I feel like every time it's like, yeah, it's gonna challenge me. It's a good challenge because then I can use that kind of stuff in future songs. Like for Fear, for example, like how I did the hook and I did the verses and stuff like that. Like I took a lot of that, which I never did before, and I was like, yo, okay, now that I know I can do this, I want to put it into other songs.
yes,
And especially for like I did a couple features where I was singing and I was testing it with my with my new technology and like songs that'll never come out. I was like testing it like singing and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, cool, I can do this. So then that's when like the songs that have came out, it's like that's the best of the best of like what I could do with my performance and like with my vocals and stuff like that.
love it, bro, love it. And yeah, I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for your new stuff as soon as I can. I'll jump onto it because I want to hear how your voice is maturing over time. You're gonna have so much more of a range than a lot of other people that are unfortunately gonna have their balls drop and then they have to be done like this, and you can only do so much at that point, and then you just use like a vocal thing to make your voice sound higher, but you can't actually do it live. Even
Yeah, like
Juice struggled with that.
oh yeah. Like I think one of the best things is like I think one thing that's really gonna shock a lot of people is people that listen to Loverboy and people that listen to any I would say any song from 2023 because 2023 was definitely my melodic phase. Um anybody that hears kind of like this year's music, if you came from like 2023 and you listen to me in 2023, it's gonna be like a night and day kind of thing. Like who the hell is this guy? Because it's like I have so many songs where I could sing like on Loverboy, but even like the way that I can get my voice to kind of go deeper and stuff like that, people are gonna be like, what the like is that really the same guy or did he do vocal effects or anything like that? But I would say like that's one of my greatest things that I can do is I can contort my voice to do basically anything that I want at a certain level. Like with singing and stuff like that, like I do singing like like not coaches, but basically like singing exercises and stuff like
Yes.
that to kind of, because I don't know if I'll ever be able to get my voice to what it was when I was like 12, 13. As you said, balls do drop. But
Dude, that day before your balls drop, when you're like in the best range of all time, like you can sing like a girl and it's
yeah,
easy
glass
for
starts
you.
shattering.
You're like so good. You're like, I can be the next best thing, and then the next day you're like,
Your balls are dragging on the floor. You're like, what's going on?
bro, that shit sucks so bad. It's either you're a bass or a baritone, and you're just like, no,
Oh,
my range. I was
It's
so good
gone.
at this. It's all gone. Why, nature? Why? Yeah, no. But you're not gonna have that because you already have this really smooth, higher range, and it sounds so good. That's still in my head, right? I love it, dude. I'm loving it. Either way,
I'm glad, bro.
let's go into the next track, which is Bye Bye. I have no idea what I'm in for. I'm excited though. It's exactly 2 minutes and 1 second. So it's almost the same
extra
exact
second.
amount as trying. Yeah, that 1 second. Had to have that extra breath. All right, let's get going. And now. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
is that real? Is that real? Is that
Dude, these
real?
samples are fucking cool.
Wow. Bye 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 no birdie. Yeah, she leave by 7:30. Cause I know she in a hurry. But goddamn, she is so curvy. Look me in the eyes, that's how I know it's true. Feel the same way when I'm near you. Bye 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 no birdie. Yeah, she leave by 7:30. Cause I know she in a hurry. But goddamn, she is so curvy. Look me in the eyes, that's how I know it's true. Feel the same way when I'm near you. How do I feel again? I had to bring you in. Yeah, my heart was cracked. I had to fail a man. And joke's on you. I'm foolproof. Yeah, I found a love. It wasn't you. Big check. If I take your girl, you know I cuffed that. Think about your relationship. Damn, that's a rough patch. Mr. Steel girl, that's your world. Damn, Brody, I would hate to be you. TikTok on the clock, motherfuckers better move fast if they catch up to me. Had a little shawty come back from the east and I think she in love with me. Peace and quiet all the time, yeah, it's such a luxury. Negative thoughts, they don't come into me. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so tired of the same thing. If you ever call my phone again, I'ma let it ring. Bye 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 no birdie. Yeah, she leave by 7:30. Cause I know she in a hurry. But goddamn, she is so curvy. Look me in the eyes, that's how I know it's true. Feel the same way when I'm near you. Bye 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 no birdie. Yeah, she leave by 7:30. Cause I know she in a hurry. But goddamn, she is so curvy. Look me in the eyes, that's how I know it's true. Feel the same way when I'm near you.
Oh, that shit was fire. Oh my god.
There's a reason. There's a reason. There's there's a reason. There's an extra second for the mwah.
Mwah. Dude, okay, so do you remember there was a song called Suicidal? No, sorry, Beautiful Girls, parentheses suicidal, or In Denial, as the radio said?
Wait, is that the beautiful girls all over the world?
Nope, that was Bruno Mars.
Okay, then I'm thinking of something different then.
Man, all these beautiful girls. That's why it'll never work. Yeah.
Work. Yeah.
So that's what I got the vibe from on parts of this song. And then those really specific, like punchy kind of lines that you had reminded me of that "We on Fire" something song from what Lil Pump and a couple other people on the Deadpool 2 track. I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
It's got like that oh my god, dude. I fucking love it. I love it. And here's the best part. My friends and I, so we listen to music like all the time. And I could always say like, yo, I listen to this person. They'll be like, oh, where'd you find this person? I'll be like, you wouldn't believe it. I have him on my podcast. And they'll be like, what? That's crazy.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna be spinning your stuff. I'm gonna see the reactions of everything. But I gotta keep meeting more people in the hip hop scene just so I can push this stuff out as much as I can, because
Hell
I
yeah, bro.
seriously hear something in you, man, that just needs to be heard by so many more people. And even me, as the harsh, lyrical wordplay rapper, I have to be so honest and say this is beautiful music, and the way that it's formatted just to fit, it just, you somehow have figured out what exactly is the sound of the future. Like that is what everyone in Gen Alpha, Gen Z looks for, is this specific sound for rap music. And so they're getting away from the crazy type, but you still throw that shit in there with these crazy fast bars. And oh my God, that was such a great rhyme scheme that you had all the way through. I love the punch that you had here. Let me go back. You had it's like 30. I was like, damn, dude, I love this shit. Hold on. Yeah. Like this shit, you know what this needs? It needs an extra long version with like 64 features.
64 features.
Like just everyone jumps on this track and like just does some free. Oh wait, you should do freestyle challenges.
With Bye Bye
Yeah, no, yeah, with any
on those TikToks.
that you want to do. Yeah, just be like, yo, here's the beat, here's my song, and then you just point to the camera. That's all you gotta do is just point, and then
Yeah,
they do
I've
their
seen
part.
those on TikTok, and I was like, that would be a bad idea.
Yeah, fantastic for collaboration marketing, all of that. Just make sure that those people are real, because you always get those smart asses that are like, yeah, man, this is a freestyle I wrote 5 minutes ago after I heard your song 6 times, and I had this perfect bar in my head. And then they're just doing it for clout. They're not actually doing it because they like the beat or anything. It's just like, oh man, well, this guy's big, I'm gonna rap on his beat, so I'm big. And it's like, no, get out of here. Harry Mack is big because he's awesome. Like he's
not elite.
amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how he comes up with any of his, like, he's one of the best freestylers I've heard from the modern age. Either way, let me find that part. It was right here.
No birdie, yeah, she leave by 7:30, cause I know she
Birdie,
in a hurry.
30, hurry. Oh my God, dude, these rhymes are awesome, but it's just the way that you say it. It's like birdie, 30.
By no birdie, yeah, she leave by 7:30, cause I know she in a hurry, but goddamn, she is so curvy,
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. I love this song.
Nah, I'm telling you, you can thank my girlfriend for a lot of different things, for We Change, but she is also the one that really said, she's like, she heard like a couple of songs. She's like, you know what you need? You need to emphasize on shit. She's like, bye, no birdie. Leave by 7:30. She's like, you gotta bring that. And she's like, you gotta hype me up. So she started hyping me up, and I was like, yeah. I was like, bye, no birdie. I was like, let's go. We got it. So,
Yo, your girl, whoever you are, what's her name?
Destiny.
Destiny, you are amazing. And the way that you're motivating this dude, he needs this for life. For life, I'm telling
That's
you.
wifey right there.
That is wifey. That is exactly what we're looking at. This is somebody that actually gives a shit about you in more than one way. Am I too loud? Was my mic too loud the whole time?
No.
No, I should be normal. I don't know. Dude, I had a fucking nightmare editing experience yesterday, and it's still not out. That's how bad it went. But
Oh my God.
yeah, his vocals were -10 decibels. My vocals were +12.
Holy shit.
So I had to turn mine down to -10 and turn his up to 12. And I did that for every 15 seconds of the video.
Oh my God.
It was the most tedious editing I've had to do audio-wise in quite a long time.
Nah, I fucking bet. You're out here like, and you sound, you're like a boat. He's over here sound like a mouse, and you're like, all right, and he's always like trying to edit it. My God.
Yeah, bro. Oh, by the time I finished it, I was like, okay, this should be good. This should be good. And then I was like, all right, now I got to start editing. And I was like, oh, it's 11. I missed the deadline. All right. Anyway, let's jump into the next track here. We got Change Your Mind, the final track for the EP Loverboy. I'm not going to rate this thing yet because I got to hear the last track. I got to hear how it all flows. I'm going to say that this so far has been one of my favorite things I've ever done on my podcast, was have my guests sit here, watch me jam out to some music live, as opposed to giving them some pre-created added audio thing.
Yeah.
This is so much more real, and I think I'm gonna do this moving forward for my guests that want to be like, yo, give me a reaction. I'll be like, you get to be there, then I'll post the reaction.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because especially too, it's like as an artist, I'll be honest with you. Once, like I hear my songs so many times before they come out because I want to make sure that they're, nothing's perfect, but at least like as perfect as it could be. So it's like I heard Dream 1,000 times, Bye Bye 1,000 times. So it's like after a while, I'm just like, okay, bro, I don't want to hear it anymore. So once it goes out, it's like I'll hear it, make sure it sounds good on Spotify, Apple Music, and then afterwards I'll be like, all right, everyone else enjoy it. I'm gonna go do my own thing, whatever. So it's like I haven't heard these songs since they came out. So being able to go back to them and kind of like, it's like, yeah, it's been 2 months. I'm really enjoying the songs again and stuff like that. And then too, like hearing what you have to say about it, it's like, you know what? Yeah, like I should give myself some more credit for it and, just enjoy it again, enjoy listening to them again.
Dude, that's probably the best thing is like if you're truly happy with what you do, obviously, yeah, you're going to get tired of listening to it when you record it over and over and over, and all the takes that happen behind the scenes. We've all been in that position before, whether you're a creator, a YouTuber, or a musician. You're going to have those rough takes, and personally that wasn't your best. But then you hear the final product and you got to shut that shit away from you. You got to be like, no. That was the special take. That was good. Or you can be like, I should have just used the other one. I always go with take 2 usually is my best. And then I'm like, all right, take 7. Let's get going. And I'm like, take 7. My voice is almost gone. Let's throw that out into the public. And it's like, take 2 was perfectly fine. Didn't have to delete that. It's like, delete that shit. I could do better. I'll show you some of my stuff. Actually, didn't I send you my NF cover?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, shit, man. I got to do the whole song next time. But I'm doing a ton of music, and if I can, I'm gonna drop it down to this range that I'm talking in right now, and I'll just start singing with the same vocal inflection. But I'm just gonna have it as smooth as possible so that I don't really stress my vocals, especially since I'm gonna be doing it like this time of night, so nobody, hears me yelling or screaming into the microphone unless it's a metal song. But I'll probably do those in my car.
Oh yeah.
Because I think I'd like to not scare people to death if I'm a pretty loud screamer.
Yeah, it's like late at night and all you hear is, whoa, it's like,
yeah. All right, anyway, let's get going to Change Your Mind. Once again, the final track on Loverboy. All you patrons that have sat around for this, I promise it's been edited to the best of my ability, so you don't have to worry about any rambling that I did in the middle. I do that a lot. I'm a rambler. Rambler Man Dan. All right, let's go. Change Your Mind. Yes, you will. Bro, every single track has one of the coolest samplers.
Yeah.
Go ahead and change your mind. No, you do it all the time. Go ahead and change your mind. No, you do it all the time. Go ahead and change your mind. No, you do it all the time. Go ahead and change your mind. No, you do it all the time. You can say that I didn't do it all for you. Made so many changes I would offer you. Said you love me through the pain and the lies. No, you do it all the time. Co-sign for a car, so you driving in a whip. Go ahead and fly out for some California day. Even let you chase your dreams, and I took on all the debt. Even left my own city, cause I thought that you were it. And I wanna keep on moving with the times. Saying I ain't single, you ain't mine. This is my decision, you can't change my mind. Exaggerate the story, yeah, you do it all the time. I leave this here as a memory, cause cause that's truly all you'll ever be. I'm so tired of the tears, no, I don't need Kleenex. Think it's time to move on and forget about my ex. At the
There we
end
go.
of the day, I just
I was
hope
getting
you
that
get
vibe.
help, 'cause I still care about you and all of your help. And the new girl I have, yeah, I know that it's true. And I hope that one day you can find that love too. This might be the end. And I don't know why it wasn't enough. But I hope the best for you. Go ahead and change your mind. No, you do it all the time. Go ahead and change your mind. No, you do it all the time. Go ahead and change your mind. No, you do it all the time. Go ahead and change your mind. No, you do it all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's restarting, playing something else. What is it playing? Oh, it's Dream the single. Gotcha. Oh my gosh, dude. All right. So I was picking it up because I was like, all right, come on, Dan, stop bobbing your head and analyze the music. Just analyze the lyrics, analyze
Bro.
something. And then I was like, okay, well, it sounds like he's talking about his ex. And then boom, you're like, my ex. And I was like, aha.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay. And then I'm like, all right, well, it's obviously he's forgiving her. Then you're like, yeah, man, I just hope that you have the best for you. I was like, oh, fuck, this is fantastic. This is exactly, that is a healthy way to end any relationship that you go
Yeah.
through. It's going to be a friendship, relationship, family member that moves away, whatever it's going to be. It's just on good terms and saying, you know what, I'm happier with this position or this person, and I hope that you find someone or something that works just the same for you. That is a sign of maturity. It comes only with wisdom. And once again, I said, I'm a young guy, but you're even younger, and you already got that shit down, bro. That's crazy. Crazy. All right, let's talk about the album. As a whole, Loverboy is your best work so far.
Love to hear
It's
that.
yes. Production wise, like you said, obviously Edison, fantastic work, but the beats that you chose for this shit is so good. The weird samples just work so well. Each and every song has one of these like vocal things that starts in the beginning, and it's just like that electronica kind of feel, and
Yeah.
it just returns back to that over and over. This one specifically had like a old ringtone, but it was like digitalized, and it was
Mhm.
such a cool idea. And I was like, man, this could have been like any default ringtone back in the day. And he like added a major trap beat to it. Like, oh my God, I love hi-hats on stuff. And the way that this works. And once again, every song, as soon as we stop it and have me start talking, it's stuck in my head. That's how good your hooks are, bro. Like, it's just. And I'm seriously off key. It's like. Yeah, love it, bro. This
Yeah,
was your best.
I would say if I have to be on some ego shit, yeah. Like I whenever I make a song, if I can make a good hook for it and like right off the bat when listening to it, that's when I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be it. This good. This is gonna be a song that I can like write to, the song I can make to and stuff like that. And it's funny because it's like you brought up about the like electronic type beats and stuff like that. My girl sister is huge into hyper pop and stuff like that, which is basically what that is. It's like electronic trap and stuff like that. And she loved Digital Love. So when I played her a little snippet of Change Your Mind,
Yeah.
and she's just like, she listened to it and she's just like, oh my God, I love that. Like, when's that coming out and stuff like that. And then like the rest of the album, yeah, it's definitely like melodic, and it's very like electronic trap and stuff like that. But with a lot of the beats nowadays, it's kind of like they have like a good structure and stuff like that, where it's like
Mhm.
you have your 16 bars, all that kind of stuff. But like when making the album and stuff like that, one of the biggest things I realized is that there's so much range, there's so much open space that I could just sing. So then it's like I can make any type of hook that I want, or I can make any type of flow that I want. There was just so much open to it and so much creativity that I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna have fun with this.
Shit, man. You're so good at this already.
I think though, I think at least in Now I could be talking out my ass. We could be, years or not years. We could be months down the road. R for L drops, and um, it might not be, but I would say I have a song on R for L because I know that you like rock as well.
I do.
There is a song called 4 a.m. And it's a like a electric guitar as the melody,
Nice.
and the background vocals that I do. If you think that like the vocals that I do on the songs were like, yo, was that you, bro? I think the song 4 a.m. when you hear the background vocals, you're gonna be like, nah, bro, there's no fucking way. I think you'll really enjoy that. I think from your music taste that I've seen, you like your lyrical rap and stuff like that, and you like rock and stuff like that. And I'm bringing you onto the melodic rap, stage of like really enjoying that kind of stuff. I think R for L is gonna be really good for a lot of people that like crazy, a lot of people that like my beginning stuff,
Yeah.
but it's gonna sound very defined and it's gonna sound more like me. It's gonna be, my own taste and everything. And I would say that's probably the one that I'm most excited about because at least for the concept of the album itself, it really is just it's more personal. Like I feel like every song that I make, every album that I make, every EP that I make is personal and stuff like that. But this is really R for L literally means red for life. So it's basically like, my feelings, my story, all that kind of stuff.
Red for life. I was gonna ask, does that mean right for left? Like a left and a right hook? You hit me this
Right
way,
for
I'll
left.
hit you that way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Punch
Red
on
for
both
life.
sides.
That's sick, bro. Oh man. Okay, so 4 a.m. I'll definitely look forward to that one. But I'm gonna tell you, man, the people like you, the people that I bring on this podcast, the passion that you guys have makes me care more about this genre than anyone else in the genre that I have not obviously already had plenty of time with. Juice World, very big exception because he is absolutely a master of his craft and gone too soon. But people like you guys are going to hold the mantle up for the next generation, and they're going to give me and other people like me, stubborn rock and metal listeners, a shot at finally understanding the genre because you guys show how much it means to you, and you put the music first over everything. Like the way that you're having the sounds just reflect the feelings that you're going through as well. Like the way that you pick the beat, or she picks the beat, and then you have this certain flow about it that you just are like, okay, well, this is the happy song, so it's going to be more singy. Oh, this is the angry song, so it's going to be more punchy. Yeah. And yeah, man, it's so good. The details on this are absolutely fantastic. 5 out of 5 overall. Like I said, there's the little critiques I can do without, like the little hissing here and there. But like you said, you're working on making sure that as far as the next album is going to be as spotless as possible. Then the next one after that will be even more spotless. Then the next one after that will be AI. That'll be the finisher. No, dude, this was amazing. Like, seriously, you should be so proud of yourself. I know that you're a humble guy, and that's a fantastic thing, but the way that you feel about your music, the way that you've just said that you like hearing my feedback, it helps, of course, to have that. But at the same time, you need to give yourself that fanboy effect. You need to say, I love what I did here. And if I was a first-time listener, or if I was somebody who was too critical and I was just like, I don't think I would like this, what would make my music stand out? And I'll tell you, man, it's those beats. It's the simple and easy hooks that have, like, every single song is so easily repeated. It's so simple that I can literally repeat it for the rest of the night while I'm sleeping, and I'll wake up and all your songs will be stuck in my head forever. Like, that's how easy it is to grasp your music, and that's not a bad thing. Some people are like, it's so complex, you want to be more complex. It's like, fuck that shit. You want to have something that grabs you, and that's a hook, obviously. And so if it hooks you in and you stick with it and you say, this is something that I would totally ride with or write to or jam out when I have stress going through my head. Like there are people
Yeah.
that are going to be single now that you're going to build confidence in them to go out and ask the girl because they want to have a song like Dream. They
Yeah.
want to have a dream that comes true with a girl. And to know your story that all the patrons got to see here, to have that in the background, to see how much she's integrated her own ideas and still has the passion and still has your back on everything. That's what matters most to this album. It's not just you, it's the collaboration, it's the spirit, it's the feeling, it's everything you did here. Like you told me from the beginning before I even pressed play, you said that this is like a concept album. It's just an
Yeah.
exact getting over a relationship kind of thing. And by the final track, it was the nail in the coffin. You did it exactly the right way. In a mature manner, you said, see ya, I found someone new. It's the best for me. And that's what matters. And I hope the best for you. And it's just
Yeah.
so beautiful, man. Like, not many rappers are doing this these days. Most people are trashing each other still. They still have this extreme negative personality and they think that anger will run the game. Anger will run the game. Join metal, please, for the love of God. But before we go, I just want to give you all the compliments in the world for giving me another shot to interview you. I'm telling you, you're going to be on all the big radio stations as you continue to grow. Do not give up whatsoever. Even when
No,
those
sir.
hard days hit, keep grinding. You are absolutely amazing. It's an absolute honor to be in your presence, to even know you at this stage in your life. I can't even imagine how big you're going to be in 10 years. And when my kids look at the TV and they go, Daddy, you know that guy? That guy that just got his like 59th Grammy? I'll be like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I told you. You just got to believe in people, and this is what happens. You just got to give them that boost.
Yeah, bro, couple of things. I love you, bro. Thank you for always having, not only for me but also just artists in general, a platform and stuff like that. And this thing's gonna go hand in hand. Number one, fuck the fame. I'm just doing this for fun. I'm doing this because I love the sport. I love this. I love music. I love just doing this because out of everything I've ever done in my life, this is basically the biggest thing that I was able to show who I am and show my emotions and really just spill out. Like nothing in life, you know, brings me so much joy and like creative freedom as this does. But also again on that, F the fame kind of thing too. It's like, bro, yeah, I don't. We always got to keep doing these interviews, man. I always have a fun time coming on here, stuff like that. I don't care. I don't care if I get one blueberry or one Grammy. I'm always gonna have to come back, bro.
Yes. Yes. And yeah, never forget the people that helped you get to the where you are, like all the people that you've met along the way and the people that truly believe in you are they're going to be with you to the end, and I'll be one of them. I'll be standing on the sidelines and just hoping to get your autograph. And
Come on, bro.
no, I'm not kidding, man. I'm telling you, you got something special. You got that spirit that's very, very rare, especially when you're so young. And most of
Yeah.
these kids, most adults don't know how to fucking take responsibility and show up to interviews and talk with people to be like, they're not the hottest shit in the world, but they're pretty good. Like, they won't say that. They'll be like, yo, bro, I just dropped my 59th single, and this single is gonna blow the fuck up. It's like, that's great, but is it that good? Do you
Right.
have your heart in this? Or is it
Yeah.
just because you recorded the best beat that you think you could beat at this time? I mean, Eminem, for a very long period of time, king of the rap game, had some of the greatest beats. Obviously, Dr. Dre was behind that. Do you think those
Yeah.
hold up today? Some, not all. And he was very proud of that. So it's just
Yeah.
the evolution of an artist. It's the understanding of culture and sound and what people are looking for and how you can amplify your sound to be the one thing that they are, levitating towards. They want to be in the zone for Crimson Red's music. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
One of the biggest things is it's like talk is cheap, honestly. For how many for you can talk up a song as much as you want to, like as an artist. Like I could say, like, oh, this song's gonna be fantastic, this song's gonna be fantastic and stuff like that, but I just let the music speak for itself at the end of the day. Like there's no need to talk about how good a song is. It's like, here, bro, just if you want to listen to it, it's right there, and you make that decision, man. Because like at the time, it's like, yeah, like deep down inside, it's like, okay, I know I can do this kind of stuff. I love music, the passion, all that kind of stuff. But hearing it from you, hearing it from my girl, hearing it from the fans and all that kind of stuff, that they love it and stuff like that, that's what keeps me going. Because it's like, as much as like I love doing it and stuff like that, like I do doubt myself sometimes. Like there are a lot of times where I doubt myself. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if I can, keep doing this. I don't know if, this is going to be good. I don't know this, I don't know that. But at the end of the day, it's, as long as everybody's enjoying it, as long as everyone's having a good time, and as long as I had one person that either enjoyed it or that it, changed their life, or that they enjoyed it. Like, I think one of the biggest accomplishments in my life, it's not, crazy hitting 50,000 streams. It's not, anything like that. It was my song Alive, really touching people, and actually, I got so many like emails, so many DMs saying like, hey, your song changed my life. Your song saved my life and stuff like that. And it's funny because it's like you see so many artists where they're like, oh yeah, I got that, where it's like, oh, your song changed my life or saved it. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. But like once you read it and stuff like that, and I had like paragraphs before, and it's just like, wow, like it's really, really touching, and it really motivates me. It's like, bro, I can't stop this. Because like for how many people enjoy my stuff, or like the reasons that people are still here, and the reason that people have smiles on their faces and stuff like, it's like, bro, I can't stop. I can't fucking stop this shit, because it's my passion, but it's also helping other people. It's changing other people, affecting other people. So it's like that's really all I want to do in life. Like a lot of people are like, oh, what's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of life? It's different for everybody. But for me, at least in my mind, it's like, putting smiles on faces, or at least basically just, having people not feel like things are hopeless, or, like things are always going to be bad. Because I almost went into therapy for college and stuff like that. And my philosophy was, I either want to change somebody's mind when it comes to, like, or basically like help somebody be like, oh yeah, things are gonna be good, or like this is why things are happening, or just make people think. So if they're in a negative mind space, and I don't help them get it out, I at least want them to leave that session and be like, yeah, I'll think about that, because it stuck with them. And like that's, and I take that mindset into the songs as well. So it's like, if you're having a bad day and stuff like that, or like, again, I think, at least for me, and like eventually I think Alive will always be my most like deepest and most like sprawled out like kind of like concept, where it's like, talking about suicide, talking about a friend that actually did take his own life, and then towards the end basically being like, yeah, things will get better, things are have a happier ending at the end of the day. Basically just kind of sprawls out the whole entire thing. So it's either like, hey, I feel that way, and now I feel better, or I'm gonna listen to that and be like, yeah, now it's gonna make me think about life, and make me look at type of stuff like that different. And it's one thing, because it's like, that's how I wanted to make it, because that's how I felt. But so many other people feel that way, and so many other people actually had that change of heart for, how their life went, is really what, like, it gets me fucking emotional, but it also makes me go, damn, like, I did my job.
Yes.
I did what I wanted to do.
Well, dude, people that leave the biggest impact on society, on art and everything like that, are the people that have their whole heart into it. They put everything, their whole entire existence, like they're fully transparent with people listening. And it's so wonderful that hip hop is a genre, because we wouldn't have the opportunity in most other genres to create music that's not just catchy, but also sends the message that you're trying to send, as opposed to, radio execs saying like, this is popular right now, you should talk about breakups.
Yeah.
You're actually doing it because it's something you're actually dealing with. It's not just to be like, oh my God, well, I heard everyone else doing this, so I'm going to jump on the hype train. And that's why I respect you so much, man. And also just the way you're talking right now, it's like you really just want to connect with people. And
Yeah.
connecting is one of the greatest ways to succeed. I mean, if you don't know how to connect with others, if you don't know how to come with, you have your own bias, of course, but if you don't know how to like change your perspective to relate to somebody, like saying like one of your songs, maybe you just are not a fan of it. And then what happens later on down the line, someone's like, dude, this is your best song. And you're like, really?
Yeah.
That's my best song? And you'll be like, well, what made it, in your opinion, what do you think is the best part? Be like, I mean, the beats weren't great, the vocals weren't great. And they'd be like, bro, that song saved my life. And you'd be like,
Yeah.
holy shit. That's
And, like,
exactly what it's made for.
Funny enough, it's kind of like a tie between Crazy and Alive, because Crazy is most popular and stuff like that, and I'm so tired of hearing where it's like, oh yeah, I loved when you rap fast at the end. It's like, all right, bro, like, yeah, I rap fast at the end, I can do that, I do it in other songs and stuff like that, but I get it. So it's like, for that, it's like, and that's more of just like my competitive mindset, because it's like, no, I can make something better than Crazy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then for Alive, it's like, when I made Alive and stuff like that, like, yeah, it's the mixing was horrible. The vocal and the flow wasn't my best work and stuff like that. But the message and stuff like that, and the lyrics behind it, that's what I mean. I don't think I ever put out, even to this day, I don't think I ever put out something so like meaningful and heartful that like I had people that like I have somebody that I know, a close friend, that listens to that every single day to basically get them through their day and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, no, the first couple of times I listened to it, it made them cry. They're like, I cried to it and stuff like that.
The best.
And yeah, and like even like my own mom and stuff like that, like, her favorite song's Crazy. But Alive and We Change are the only two songs that like made her cry and stuff like that, because of the message behind it and stuff like that. And like, I think, because like, I think the greatest kind of like impact that a song can have is if somebody is like genuinely happy, and it just changes their mood on that, or if the song makes them cry. Like Mockingbird by Eminem, that song made me cry. So it's like,
Dude,
like the first time
ultimate
listening to
tearjerker.
that,
Yeah.
the first time I listened to that song from like start to finish, I had tears down my eyes, and I was like, "That's how that song is good."
And How Could You Leave Us by NF?
Yeah,
Oh
like
my God.
those types
Hardest.
of songs. That's how you know.
I love those, and like I said, it's because they're so transparent about what they've been through, and it's not just to be the biggest hit. I mean, obviously, Mockingbird using the sample of one of the most impressively known like nursery rhyme songs is a great choice, but the way he uses the bass to literally bring you to the deepest moments of the song, deepest impact that you get from it. I love the mixing on that song, and it's my favorite one to play. So there's two songs I always play whenever I get a new set of headphones. I play I Wanna Fuck You by Snoop Dogg and Akon, and then I play Mockingbird by Eminem, because both of them have like this insane bass drops and stuff like that. Like, also I could say Music Box by Eminem from Relapse. Holy shit, it's like I hear the beat when I not when I go to sleep. It's a good time though. And
like anybody can take a vocal, or like take a sample, like a really well-known sample, and just be like, oh, I'm just gonna slap it on there and it'll make radio and stuff like that. But like, Eminem is a good example where it's like he took a very well-known sample, very well-known sound, and then just made it 10 times better just by himself. And that's the difference.
At least 5 times.
Yeah.
I mean, his first biggest hit of all time is Stan. He sampled Dido's song, put her on it. So smart. Completely changed the entire direction of the song. Then he took what was the song I was just saying, Mockingbird, but then
Yep.
he also had a couple other samples, like one of my favorite ones from Recovery, extremely underrated song, Going Through Changes,
Hmm.
using Changes by Ozzy Osbourne as the chorus, but the rest of the song just using this really simple and easy acoustic guitar. So it's an acoustic riff with that, and then he had a couple songs on Relapse where he was also sampling. It's just he changes. Oh, like Toy Soldiers is the biggest one I could
Yeah,
say.
that's another one. Yep.
That was amazing to take such a big 80s hit and to play around with it and then use the drum pattern to make it into this really, I'm gonna get back at this guy for fucking with my crew. Like,
Hmm.
who could have thought of those things except for Eminem? Like, that is
Yeah.
why he is one of the greatest of all time, because that's just something so innovative. And I feel like you're going to be in that same realm where you're just going to play around with your sound, you're going to play around with everything, and you're going to understand more than just like, okay, it's a beat because it's a beat, and it's
Yeah.
a lyric because it's a lyric. It's like, no, 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 no. There's a way that it all works together. It's a big cog, and we have to put all of them together to make this machine work. And you're figuring it out as you're going. And like I said, man, this is your best work that you've done so far. And I'm proud of you. I'm happy that you're happy, and I'm happy that you found somebody that makes you happy and supports you 100%, because that's what we all need in our lives. And
Oh yeah.
that's the biggest goal, is to find somebody like that that's going to be with you, hopefully forever, Destiny. Hopefully.
That's what we're hoping for.
But
Yeah, I would
man,
say like one of the biggest things like a lot of people do nowadays, musically, is like, especially like what you hear on the radio, is they definitely play it safe or they copy, like it's a copy paste kind of formula. And like one of the biggest things that I do, and like I think a lot of people, like any upcoming artists and stuff like that, is just just try different stuff, try being unique, and just like it could fail. Like I think I have over like 300 songs in the vault, for example, that maybe only 100 might come out one day, then 50 that are guaranteed. And it's because I just try different stuff. And a lot of the stuff isn't going to fail. Like I probably made, it's a song that'll probably never come out, but it's called XO and it's called Hugs and Kisses. It has one of the goofiest, like Looney Tunes ass beats I've ever done. I recorded on it just to try something new. And out of that entire song, the mwah at the end of Bye Bye, that's literally what I took from that song. Out of the whole entire 3 minute song, it was a mwah. I was like, oh
it was
yeah,
the
that's cute.
moi.
I did that before. And I was like, but yeah, no, I think a lot of people, where they're like, okay, I need to make one song and this needs to be good. And if it's not, then I failed, and whatever. It's like, no, bro, like you have no idea. Like, especially now that I've been mixing my own stuff and recording my own stuff, I can make like three to five songs a day if I really sit down and get into that mindset and stuff like that. And who knows, all five of those songs I could be like, they're ass. And then I keep pushing it. And it's because eventually I will find that one song, and I get that feeling in my chest where I'm just like, yeah, this is it. I was like,
This
this is
is
this
it.
gonna be the one. And I think just like, yeah, I think musicians nowadays, they just need to they need to not be scared to fail, and they need to not be scared to try something new. Like
Yeah.
like Digital Love, I had no idea what the hell I was, doing with that when I jumped on it, but I did something fun with it. And even like Energy, where it's like clubby and it's like different. I was just trying to be different. I was just trying to, do something different, do something fun, try something new, and it worked. And
Yeah.
I had fun with it. And I think that's another big thing too. Like I said, fuck the fame. I don't really care about that. I'm having fun. I'm getting my feelings out there. I'm getting my emotions out there. And the main two things of why I'm doing music is for myself and also for other people to relate. And that's all I really care about at the end of the day.
That's all
Because
that should matter.
I could live like I think it comes down to as well where it's like I have to appreciate what I have in life, because it's like I have the capability to get out of my bed in the morning, come over to my chair, and just do something that gives me, like I said, joy that I've never felt in my life. Joy and the expression of being so open that have never replicated anything else. And that's how I knew, where I was just like, yeah, music is my thing. I've never felt this feeling before. And like I said, when I make a song and I know that it's good, and that feeling in my chest, I was like, yeah, like, this is unbeatable. There's nothing like it.
I love it, man. And this was a phenomenal conversation. Once
Yes,
again,
sir.
I love that we had these deep, insightful convos about like society, music, the impact that we're going to have, the impact that AI is going to have on art. And, you know, it's important that we have this conversation because it just shows the overall picture of two guys that just so happen to care. We just
Mhm.
care. And, you know, we also have our own passions that we're super insanely passionate about. Mine being the podcast, talking and promoting people is like you. And then yours being the music that you make, connecting with people and trying to do something that really makes you feel like you've accomplished more than you thought you could, because
Yeah.
that's what matters at the end of the day, is that you're looking at your overall experience and saying, yeah, I did a lot of great things. I had a lot of mistakes, but I learned a lot from them, and they made me into this great artist that I am now. And I think that you really are a great artist, and I really appreciate that you gave me some more time. And I'm really hoping that the next album, whether that's going to be you or Edison, is going to be another great chat, and we can continue talking for 5 hours next time. But I do got to show you some music right after this. So all of you amazing people that got to tune in for this, I'm so sorry that you missed out on the "What's up, guys?" But yeah, I didn't feel like doing it. This was probably one of the most chill, awesome conversations I've had on the podcast. I've said that many times, but I mean it, dude. You're an impact that is not impact. You're a person that is so impactful towards just music in general, and I'm going to keep listening to you, and I'm going to keep lending an ear to your sound and trying to give as much hype as I can to it for other people that are interested in genre or are hating on the genre and need a
Yeah.
reason to give it a chance, because I think that you're one of the many reasons that it could work for stubborn people like me. But
That's what I
dude,
mean, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do. And like I said, when you said about, hey, yeah, let's do an interview, how's today sound and stuff like that. I was like, fuck yeah, bro. I was like, because I was just remembering, I was thinking about the last time we did it, how we were just chilling, we were just talking like two friends at a bar, kind of
yep,
just chilling, chatting it up.
exactly.
And I was like, that's basically like when I watch interviews and stuff like that, like sometimes you can tell it's really tense and stuff like that. But like for me, I'm a really chill guy. We can talk about anything. I don't get easily, well, I really don't think I get offended at all whenever it comes to stuff. And even when it comes to talk about my music, it's like, yeah, give me that criticism. Let me know what I can change on it and stuff like that. I think a lot of people get a little offended when it's like, oh, well, you didn't like my music or you didn't like this part. It's like, no, bro, like you got to look at that and use that as change. They're trying to better you. They're not
Yeah.
trying to bring you down. They're trying to help you out. So it's like, yeah. So yeah, I honestly, I can't say that I've done like, a shit ton of interviews, but I would say like the you are the best that I've ever done when it comes to
Oh,
like interviews and being on and stuff like that. Just because it's so chill, and I don't know if you keep notes where it's like, okay, yeah, let's start talking about this or whatnot. But if you do, but if you don't, it's basically like we just basically roll with it.
yeah.
It's like I said, it's like two friends at a bar. It's like, so how's your day? How's work? How's the kids? We just just keeps going and stuff like that.
Yeah, bro. That's exactly the vibe that I want to keep. I don't want to change this anytime soon. If
I don't
anyone
know.
ever sponsors me, just so you know, I'm not going to be ultra professional. I'm not wearing a suit and tie to work unless I am the boss. That is
Exactly.
the only time I will wear that, because I want to make my appearance as clear as my expectations for other people, that, I'm in charge. Let's get things done. Let's do it professionally. But for right now, I love this. It's been my favorite part of being on YouTube. and being able to connect with all of you amazing artists and people and YouTubers and podcasters. It's an honor to know that I have a chance to be in your realm and to give my own voice a shot and to let other artists like Crimson here be seen, as opposed to the people that are like, I only talk to people with blue checks. Sorry, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, like I said before, if I have one monthly listener or I have a million, and I promise this to viewers, I promise this to you, bro. Anytime you want to do an interview, I'll be there. If I'm not busy, if I got the time, there's never gonna be a reason that I won't be here for that.
Awesome. I love it. And I'm going to have you on for the important episodes as well, between the
Oh, yeah.
interview stuff, because yeah, it's going to be super super fun year for everything. But overall, man, this was a fantastic convo. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys had a wonderful time with us. Remember to go to the Patreon in the description right down below. Feel free to subscribe. You don't have to pay any money right now. Technically you would, but I'm going to make it free for you for another month. You get April completely free. Go crazy. Have a good time. Go crazy and listen to Edison. Sorry, did I say April? March. We're in March at this point in the interview. I think this is like third week March that it's going to come out. So either way,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it'll be up. You guys will be able to see everything and watch the whole entire thing. Don't worry about any of those little blips and moments that you're like, oh, why is that beeping at me? That's just reminding you to go to the Patreon and check it out, because we had extra conversations that you do not want to miss. And please, for the love of God, go to the description and check out all the links for Crimson Red. All of his information is there. He will definitely not disappoint when it comes to your taste. It doesn't matter where you come from. This man is a true music maker and a true music lover, and we need to truly make sure that he goes all the way to the top and get Taylor Swift off of our screens. Thank you guys for watching. I hope all of you have a great night and stay safe out there. Peace.